50s, and everybody seems to be enjoying that part of it as well. This is the Francis Hughes unit, division number 32 from South Philadelphia, organized back in 1986. This is a small but hardy group, wearing their white hats, carrying the Irish and American flags.
And promoting Ireland. You know, I think it was George Bernard Shaw who wrote, "There is no magic like that of Ireland. There are no skies like Irish skies. There is no air like Irish air. The Irish climate will make the stiffest and slowest mind flexible for life."
And I'll second that, Bruce. Did that rather well. It reminds me of, remember Percy Dove Tonsils from Ernie Kovacs? He would read his poetry. You did that in the true tradition of Percy Dove Tonsils. And
Dove Tonsils and George Bernard Shaw, all in the same breath. This is history.
How Shavian.
This is the Monsignor Thomas Riley group coming down Chestnut Street right now. And again, they are members of the Ancient Order of Hibernians. They've been marching for 43 years. This group has quite a history, founded back in 1889. And among the distinguished marchers today are Father Thomas Doyle, who is a Jesuit priest. And the next big event for this group after today's is a night with the Molly Maguires in April, featuring the Gallagher Brothers Band and lots of others.
And of course, members of this AOH division are from the Tacony section of Philadelphia. And right now they're paying homage to those on the reviewing stand, which include Mayor Ed Rendell and Archbishop Anthony Cardinal Bevilacqua, and several other dignitaries, including Father Morley, who is the Grand Marshal of this parade, the Pastor Emeritus of St. Richard's Parish in South Philadelphia. And they are paying due respect to those on the reviewing stand.
And you can see that this particular division has gone out and rented a big flatbed truck. And they've got a little band up there, and the kids are all decked out in their green.
Looks like they're about to give us a rendition of an Irish tune.
But everybody in the audience was clapping along.
Yes, indeed.
I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick break and be back with more of the 1994 St. Patrick's Day Parade live from downtown Philadelphia coming up here on KYW3.
I was born to shop, and thanks to Popular Club Plan, I can afford to. My friend Donna runs the club. She just got the new catalog. It's fabulous. The fashions, the furnishings, all the latest. And with Popular, you don't have to be rich to buy what you want. Donna lets me pay just a few dollars a week, and every time I shop, I earn credits toward free shopping. It's a shopper's dream come true. Call 1-800-535-2500. It's like getting paid to shop.
Yeah, yes! Honey Bunches of Oats. Just enough for one bowl. Matt, save me some Honey Bunches of Oats.
Hey, me too. It's my favorite.
Oh, Matthew! Yeah.
Honey Bunches of Oats with crispy flakes of wheat and corn and crunchy oat bunches. Your whole family will love it.
Uh-oh. Is there another box? Yeah.
Honey Bunches of Oats, the one cereal your whole family will love.
What do you do when you've invited guests for dinner and forgot your silver serving pieces are black with tarnish?
Get Tarnex.
Is there an easy way to remove tarnish from even the most deeply embedded patterns on your serving pieces?
Use Tarnex.
Can you keep your sterling silver and silver plate pieces looking bright and shiny?
Yes, with Tarnex.
How do you remove years of tarnish from gold, silver, and copper coins?
Dip them in Tarnex.
How do you get months of tarnish off those badly discolored copper pots and pans?
Tarnex does it all.
Yes, Tarnex does it all quickly and easily. But unlike silver polishes, Tarnex removes only the tarnish, not the precious metal. Remember the name, Tarnex. It's guaranteed to work for you at home as quickly and easily as it does on TV, or return to place of purchase for your money back.
Tarnex is available at Woolworth, Rite Aid, James Way, Thrift Drug, Kmart, Ace, True Value, Clover, Shop and Bag, Giannardi's, and Thriftway.
And welcome back to the 1994 edition of the St. Patrick's Day Parade here in Philadelphia. We're in front of Independence Hall, the reviewing stand. I'm Dick Sheeran along with Bruce Hamilton. And we have a guest who's joined us.
Craig Weber.
Yes,
Well,
sure.
you've been here. Were you here last week parade, the big...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was here.
We were canceled. And the year before, Dick and I sat out here, and it was freezing cold. Boy, nobody's going to complain to you today, Craig.
No, it's nice. It's perfect. I think it's perfect weather considering the winter we've had. Goodness gracious. I think this is really the coming out of the green.
You got it.
I really think that we've seen the last of the winter storm. So things are really looking great.
Wait. You think we've seen the last of the winter storms?
Yes.
You heard it
Mark
here
that
first.
down.
Yes,
Mark
yes,
that
indeed.
down.
Well, you know what's nice is that my name, I've kind of been in Dutch all winter, of course. My name's become a figure of speech now since this last winter. Why, you Weber, you. At any rate,
Wesley Weber.
now it was nice. You said a guest. I haven't been a guest anywhere these
You're
last
more
3
than
months.
welcome.
He appeared and it warmed up.
By the way, marching past right now is the Joseph Patrick Schickling Division, and they were actually founded back in 1895, and this is truly a family affair because 5 of the 7 officers are related to Joseph Patrick Schickling, a son, 3 grandsons, and 1 member married to a granddaughter. So this St. Patrick's Day for this particular group, it is a family affair, and they've been marching for 43 years. Time for a little more dancing. The Coyle School of Irish Dancing is marching down Chestnut Street right now. About 50 young people are going to treat us to their talents as they perform traditional Irish dances.
You know, each year there seems to be more dancers in this parade. They kind of add that wonderful Irish color, if you will, to the occasion. This is the Coyle group, and look like they're mostly young people. So let's just watch and listen.
They come in all ages and all sizes. Put your hands together, a little encouragement. Fine, fine dancers. There's no arthritis in that line. Coyle School of Irish Dancing. Thank you.
Well, a fine hand for those young kids from the Coyle School of Irish Dancing. And this was orchestrated today by Eileen Coyle-Henry and Colleen Coyle, who taught the kids to do the little Irish jig there.
Let me tell you, Bruce, it's not an easy thing to do in Irish dancing. You've got to really...
I can barely walk up the street.
Irish dancing is somewhat intricate, I would say, and you have to really know the steps.
We've got a group from Port Richmond coming down the street right now. The Denogla School of Irish Dancing, actually.
More Irish dancers, yes, indeed.
You know, little...
Go ahead. No, I was just saying they're decked out in some brocade, and looks like their costumes are really quite colorful, and they're on the verge of doing their thing.
You know, and for the children, this has to be quite a treat today. You know, they probably work the better part of the year fine-tuning their performance, and then they get out there in front of this stand of dignitaries and in front of the hundreds of people lining, thousands of people lining Chestnut Street, and hundreds of thousands watching on TV, and they have to do their best, and they do quite a job.
Here they are.
Hi, Chris, how are you? Get letters. You'll be complaining. Not only the dancing, but how do you like the costume? Beautiful, beautiful. These dancers have appeared in Canada at Radio City Music Hall and in Ireland. And they're here in our parade for the 10th year. Salute them if you will.
The man who's emceeing the parade has just told the crowd here that this particular group has danced in Canada, had the privilege of dancing in Ireland, and of course now they're dancing here on the streets of Philadelphia. And you know, look at the young faces, Dick. It's quite a study. Some of them have broad smiles, and others are just very serious and concentrating on every little step they make.
Got to remember all those moves. By the way, one of the things that really strikes you about this parade, a lot of these groups are newly formed groups. This parade is still growing. There's a lot of interest in the Irish community about this parade, and when you see so many young people, every year you see more groups of young people coming in. So that keeps it nice and fresh.
on the director's office.
And of course, young people are the future, whether you're a member of the Irish community or whatever
Or
community.
any ethnic group, of course.
Keeping tradition alive is something that many groups are struggling to do these days, and a parade like this just helps foster the identity of the Irish-American people.
Well, I think that here in Philadelphia, of course, we have this tradition of
Next in line,
really
we have
great
the
ethnic parades. You know, as I said, the mummers started off on New Year's, and then throughout the year, all the ethnic groups in Philadelphia generally go by this reviewing stand. So on any, particularly with the warm weather coming in, warmer weather, you're going to see lots of different ethnic parades come by.
You hear that, Craig?
Yes, I
Warmer
did.
weather.
You know what? Maybe we can. You think Craig might do a little Irish dance? Maybe
I do it
tonight?
every night before I do the weather.
Yes,
That's how I warm
it's
up
kinda-
there now, Dick.
It's like the Sundance.
We'll work on getting Craig to perform for you as you watch the Sean McBride division march down Chestnut Street in the 1994 St. Patrick's Day Parade. We're going to take a break and be back with more coming up here on KYW3.
AOH.
Let me guess. It's 5 o'clock and you still haven't decided what to make for dinner. Oh, you've got chicken. No problem. You've got Parmesan chicken whip-up. Look, you got your Miracle Whip salad dressing. You got Parmesan and oregano. Got it? Now just mix, spoon over chicken and bake. That's it. Parmesan chicken whip-up. Trust me, they'll eat it up. New whip-ups with Miracle Whip. Oh, you're gonna need this.
Ready to buy a new car or sports utility? How much you gonna save? Well, your Subaru dealer has up to $1,500 in savings on a 94 Legacy sedan or wagon. That's right, save up to $1,500 on a front wheel or advanced all-wheel drive Legacy. Subaru is the full-line all-wheel drive company. And now save $750 on Loyale, up to $2,500 on Impreza, up to $1,000 on Justy, and yes, up to $2,800 on SVX. You wanna save? See your Subaru dealer today.
Is your business getting the maximum advantage?
Thank you for calling AT&T's Maximum Advantage Customer Service Center. How can I help you?
Maximum Advantage is our guarantee to you that you're receiving AT&T's lowest price.
Does your long-distance company guarantee that?
And if your 800 service goes down, AT&T will reroute your calls within 5 minutes.
Does your long-distance company react that fast?
We can take your 800 service and your outbound long distance. We can combine them on one bill.
Did you know that you could save an additional 10% on one or two of the countries you call the most?
Does it do that?
If you're not receiving our lowest price possible, we'll make sure that we give you a credit for the difference.
Does your long-distance company credit you automatically? AT&T does. If you're not with AT&T, you're not getting the maximum service advantage, price advantage, reliability advantage. Switch to AT&T today and get 1 month free. Maximum advantage from the best in the business. AT&T.
And the top of the afternoon to you. Welcome back to our coverage of the 1994 St. Patty's Day Parade here in Philadelphia. We're in the very thick of it now. We have another.
I'll tell you, Dick and I are at a bit of a disadvantage. You know, these things, as well planned as they are, you find that groups are marching a bit out of order, so we're going to ask you to bear with us. But this is the group from North Catholic coming down, and they're accompanied by a band there.
Yes, indeed. They have a band on a flatbed truck about to give us some fine Irish music. By the way, we also have Craig O'Weber with us.
Well, you know,
joining us. He's watching out for the weather.
Well, you know, I come from the Dowds and the McLaughlins. So, yes, there's Irish in the Weber background.
Here's your chance to dance. We'll listen and watch you, Craig.
No, I'll just be
All right,
sitting
let's listen.
To play a McNamara's band and beat the big bass drum.
doesn't matter if they were marching out of order.
I'll tell you, that'll get your toes tapping.
Oh, and everybody's toes are tapping in. And there they go, out of the red convertible, they're throwing, what else? Green bagels. Green bagels.
Green bagels.
Yeah.
All right.
Once again, it's the group from North Catholic High School. And can you tell they're having a good time?
Oh, yeah. Actually, you know, in Ireland, St. Paddy's Day, even though this isn't actually St. Paddy's Day, it's rather sedate in the morning. People do go to a high mass in the morning that lasts about an hour and a half, and then they have a quiet lunch.
And then, then like in Philadelphia, all heck breaks loose.
Right, and that's, we go right to that part here. Although they did have a mass this morning, they do have it before the parade every year, and kind of sets the tone, and we kind of break into the happy stuff right now, and that's what we're into right now.
Yeah.
Here we have another division of the Ancient Order of Hibernians, which makes up a great part of this parade.
Officer Daniel Boyle.
Right, Division 88 from Philadelphia. And they are a group of about 25 marchers decked out in their white-green jackets, mostly young men, although I do spot a couple of ladies in the crowd.
And we should point out today as well that Philadelphia's finest around here, the Philadelphia Police Department, enjoying the parade and helping us with the crowd control. Ah, here we go, coming down the street. The original Happy Bombardiers of the Lehigh Valley. They're making their debut in the Philadelphia St. Patrick's Day Parade, though they've been together as a group since 1974. They have the pleasure throughout the year of entertaining at nursing homes, seniors functions, private parties, and they just want to spread happiness through lively music and audience participation. So we'll listen to their music and participate however they see fit we should.
Here comes their truck.
Oh, I know I saw them before, the Mummers Parade.
Yeah, I rode on their float. We picked them up in South Philadelphia. They're a part of the Mummers Parade in the comic division, and had the pleasure of riding on their float. So they're kind of odd instruments, so let's just give a listen.
How about another round of applause? The Happy Bombardiers.
They're having a good time.
The Happy Bombardiers. They're not the Bombardiers. They're the
Bombardiers.
Bombardiers.
Did they make you an honorary Bombardier?
Yeah, for the moment that I did ride on their float, I think we've been joined by another surprise guest here.
Come share our microphone down here, Patricia. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Pat Shiraki.
This is quite the day. It's so beautiful out today with all the families who've gathered to say happy St. Patrick's Day to Philadelphia. This is fabulous.
All right.
Ah, here's a
You
group.
have the right name for it, too, I might add. Right first name.
And Patty, here's a group from the Sean Daly Memorial Scholarship Fund. You're not leaving us, are you? No.
We have the Port Richmond
of the St. Patrick's Day Parade? Oh, okay.
Would you like my seat over here? I'm going to go to the Weatherman Parade. It's a very short one.
All right.
After this winter.
Now here come the Port Richmond Tigers Sports Association. They've been marching for 3 years, founded back in '76, and they want to involve local youngsters in organized sports. They have an annual carnival coming up. It's set for March 30th through April 9th, 1994, if you want to help them on out. Keith Daly is the president, and Daniel Quinn is the vice president.
Next in line, ladies and gentlemen, we have St. Aloysius Academy for Boys Band under the direction of Sister St. Elizabeth, IHS. One of the outstanding.
This is the St. Aloysius Academy marching band on your screen right now. They've been marching many years, is all they'd say. They're from Bryn Mawr, founded in 1895. Carl Dietz is the band director. 70 members of this marching band are from Philadelphia, Delaware, and Chester counties. St. Aloysius is an all-boys school located, as I mentioned, in Bryn Mawr. The band's performed at the White House, the state capitol in Harrisburg, the Baltimore Inner Harbor, and they've won numerous first-place awards, and they're looking forward to celebrating 100 100 years of making music, and they're about to make some music right now during the 1994 St. Patrick's Day Parade live on Chestnut Street in downtown Philadelphia.
Another round of applause. St. Aloysius Academy.
Once again, that's the St. Aloysius Academy Marching Band. And right behind them, the Philadelphia High School Girls Band. And Dick Sheeran's down on the street right now to interview some of the dignitaries for this parade. Dick.
Hi, Bruce. We're in front of the reviewing stand here at Independence Hall, and it is our honor to talk to the Grand Marshal of the parade, Father John Morley. Father Morley.
Oh, very good. It's a great day for the Irish.
Yes, indeed. Now, you are the Grand Marshal this year. I'm sure that was quite an honor for you to receive.
Yeah, it was. I never expected to have such a great honor. Such a great honor to be Marshal of a wonderful parade.
You've been a part of these parades, though, in past years, haven't you?
Yes. I don't think I missed any, except when I was in down Florida. I was in the parade down there.
Do you remember your first parade here in Philadelphia?
Well, about 40 years ago. I just can't remember it now.
But I mean, you do remember marching, though.
Oh, yes. I missed the first one. I got the second one.
I think that the parade seems to be growing in numbers and stature. Do you agree?
Oh, yes. It started very small. Now it's a wonderful parade.
You spent many years at St. Richard's Parish in South Philadelphia. You had quite a representation here.
Yes, I did. Yes, I was there 18 years.
Of course, they paid you some honor as they passed by here.
Yeah, they gave me some flowers.
Father, thank you very much, and congratulations on being named Grand Marshal. All right, we're going to go back to Bruce up in the near the reviewing stand.
All right, Dick, you come back and join me and ignore all those Kiss Me I'm Irish stickers you're going to see. Otherwise, you'll never get back up with us. This is the Shooting Stars Irish Society, group of about 50 to 70 members. And you can hear the pipe band in the background as they march down Chestnut Street.
The Canada Irish Pipe Band, ladies and gentlemen.
And we'll be back with more of the 1994 St. Patrick's Day Parade coming up live from downtown Philadelphia here on KYW3. Coming up.
This is their 12th parade where they come and help us join in saluting St. Patrick. Put your hands together and welcome, if you will,
Excuse me, think all bathroom tissues are the same?
Excuse what? What was the question? You're not for real, are you?
They're all the
No,
same.
tissue is tissue.
You obviously haven't tried Charmin Ultra.
Okay, it's a little softer.
It's really like cushier.
In fact, it's maybe a lot softer.
It's fatter.
Charmin Ultra is so much thicker, it would take 75 more sheets of the next leading national brand to be just as thick.
So we were wrong.
This is great.
This is good stuff.
We like it.
Softer, thicker. Charmin Ultra.
Can we keep this?
Look for Charmin Ultra in the new blue package.
There was no problem with the insurance, but when the car came out of the shop, I told Joe here that it just didn't look right.
You see, that's where Nationwide's Blue Ribbon Claim Guarantee kicks in.
I gotta say, Nationwide really went to bat for me. It got fixed.
Satisfaction guaranteed in writing.
Joe was right. That makes a big difference.
One heck of a difference.
Nationwide is on your side.
For all your insurance needs, call Greg Ladner in North Wales or Charles McHugh Jr. in North Wales.
Detailing, chip fix, window tint, auto alarms. There are a lot of things you can have done to your car, but only one place that does it all. And when Z-Bart Tidy Car does it, you know it's done right. Get your car showroom clean with detailing starting at $89. Save money and let the sun shine in with sunroofs from $189. See your Z-Bart Tidy Car dealer in the white pages.
Copperfield, beyond imagination.
Catch him before he disappears.
David Copperfield vanished in an airplane. David Copperfield made the Statue of Liberty disappear. Now, all new David Copperfield illusions. Realigning logic, redefining magic. Don't miss Copperfield, beyond imagination.
David Copperfield at the Spectrum, March 20th. Call 336-2000.
Hi, I'm Bruce Hamilton from KYW3, proud to be bringing you the 43rd Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. Along with my colleague Dick Sheeran, it's winding its way right now down the streets of Philadelphia, downtown Philadelphia, right in front of historic Independence Hall, down Chestnut Street. It is a beautiful day for a parade, and my colleague Dick Sheeran is out and about right now to talk to some more of the dignitaries who are up in the dais there. Dick.
Okay, Bruce, we're in front of the reviewing stand. Right now, we're looking at a fine little Irish lad and wearing his green hat. And lots of people with green hats here today. Although there is one with a red hat who was up here on the reviewing stand. He's Anthony Cardinal Bevilacqua, who was in the first units to march here in this parade. And right now, he's been enjoying this parade from the reviewing stand. Cardinal?
How are you?
How are you enjoying it so far?
Enjoying it very much. A lot of excitement.
Of course, we're all Irish for the day, aren't we?
We are, everyone, and all those who want to be. So.
Yes, indeed. Now, of course, this is your first parade.
No, since I've been here, I've been in every parade. In fact, I was the Grand Marshal once. So I became Irish that year in a special way.
And do you notice anything? It seems like there's lots and lots of young people in this parade this year.
I noticed that as I marched along, they were watching us, and they're in the parade too. And it's good to see the youth celebrating.
Yes, indeed. And of course, it has a religious flavor, which of course pleases you, I'm sure.
The theme is basically religious. I think it's a time for the Irish and everyone to celebrate their roots and their faith.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. Enjoy the rest of the parade. Enjoy. Let's go right now to Bruce. He is up in our booth.
All right, Dick. And marching in front of the reviewing stand right now is the Federation of Irish Societies of Delaware Valley. It's an umbrella organization for societies and organizations in the Delaware Valley, and it's comprised of 32 different groups. And next up is the Southwest St. Patrick's Club, founded 38 years ago, almost 39 years ago in 1955. They've been marching for the past 37. Among the group of officers for the Southwest St. Patrick's Club are Michael Friel, Seamus McClone, Bill Delaney, Patrick Delaney. Again, it was founded in 1955 by Newt Bonner and Bill Delaney of Southwest Philly, and they want to show their Irish pride. As part of its charitable work, the club donates turkeys to those who need them, and they play music and dance for senior citizens in area nursing homes.
Southwest St. Patrick's Club. Depicting Our Lady of Lodge. What a nice tribute. St. Patrick's Club.
Southwest St. Patrick's Club on Chestnut Street in Philadelphia. Dick Sheeran is back up here with me. You know, you couldn't hear me, but I was worried you wouldn't come back because I saw all those Kiss Me I'm Irish buttons. And knowing you, I thought you'd stop.
I didn't take a detour, though. I'll tell you, though, there are a lot of smiling faces. This is a parade that's just, it's a fun parade, and it does have religious influence, but mostly it's fun. And that's why people come out every year to watch it. And we have a record crowd here mainly because of the weather. It's just magnificent.
Oh, it's only the second decent weekend we have had, and gosh knows how long. And you know, you talk about the religious overtones. Yes, there is a religious flavor to this parade, but it is also a parade in which people of an entire community can get together. And you know, we focus on so much negative in the news anymore, Dick.
Yep.
It's good to see people from all different walks of life, all different neighborhoods, all different segments of society coming out here and joining hands and smiling together and focusing on what's important. And that happens to be family and community.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, when you look through the crowd, there are people from all parts of Philadelphia here enjoying this parade. It's just it's what you said. It's just kind of a joining of communities, and I think everybody takes it in that spirit. This is the Tyrone Society of Philadelphia, marching by our reviewing stand here in front of Independence Hall right now. This is a group of we have adults, children, kids in carriages as well. I mean, this is a real cross-section. Runs the gamut from the little ones all the way up to the seniors.
Yeah, it's a fraternal and benevolent society for the people of County Tyrone and their descendants. And as a matter of fact, right now the group's putting finishing touches on plans for their annual ball, which is coming up in April, and proceeds from that ball help support an annual scholarship fund.
Next we have, coming up, the Donegal Society of Philadelphia. This is a group from, of course, the County Donegal. And even though a lot of the units in this parade come from County Mayo, which, of course, is in the western part of Ireland, and St. Patrick's ancestral home, if you will, other counties of Ireland are represented. And in this case, it's the County Donegal. They also have, behind their banner, they have a flatbed truck with a float on it. And we may even be treated to some music from that group as well.
We may be. There are about 80 marchers in today's parade. And the group's purpose is to help folks in need, as well as keeping the Irish culture and traditions alive.
All right, Bruce, it's time for our second pop quiz.
Oh, you're going to put me on the spot, aren't you?
Here we go. Sed mille fate. What does this mean in Gaelic?
No, wait a minute. I asked you an easy one. What does Erin go
It's a little harder than Erin go Brooke.
Said Millie Fate.
Yeah, I hope I said it properly.
When the people of Ireland, especially in the West and in County Mayo, say those words, they truly mean you are 1,000 times welcome. Did I get it right?
Yes, you did. Not a gold star, a green star.
Actually, I'd like one of those green bagels they were throwing out earlier.
Here are the divisions. Grant us unity and peace.
Our main man, Craig Weber's joined us again.
I don't know if they heard you, Craig. Oh, I have to go do this weather thing tonight. I just wanted to stop by and say happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody on Thursday and continuing through this week. And I think this is the Irish Spring, where the weather is changing. The Irish made it so.
And you notice just as he spoke, the sun broke through the clouds.
The clouds there now.
6th and Chestnut.
As they say on the commercial, I like it too. And we'll be back with more of the 1994 St. Patrick's Day Parade coming up here on KYW3.
How good could a fat-free cake make you feel?
Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you.
Fat-free Intimates, one of life's affordable pleasures.
It's not my department.
Not my department.
That's not my department.
You need a suit. You want advice. The last place you want to be is in a department store. Today, there's a whole new way to shop. Today's Man. Our non-commissioned sales counselors will help you choose from 8,000 British, French, Italian, and American suits, whatever size you happen to be, at prices that are always incredible. You'll get all the advice you need without ever hearing,
That's not my department.
Today's Man. Somebody finally got it right.
A lot of MCI customers confess they didn't get the savings they hoped for.
We tried MCI on that friends and family thing. I was very disappointed in the plan.
I mean, if you want to give us savings, give us savings. Just give it to us.
Introducing AT&T True USA Savings. If you spend $25 a month, you'll get 20% off your AT&T long-distance calls. 20% off, guaranteed. And the fact is, 2 out of 3 friends and family users on basic or prime time will save more on True USA Savings.
I thought we were going to save a lot of money, and we didn't.
The truth is, the average friends and family basic customer's discount is only 6%.
I'm going to switch back to AT&T.
Call us at 1-800-PIC-ATT. The call's free. Switching is free. And you get 20% off every call you make in the USA. Anytime, anywhere, to anyone you call.
Bye, MCI.
Call us at 1-800-PIC-ATT.
The real you coming through your true voice.
And welcome back to our coverage of the 1994 St. Paddy's Day Parade here on Chestnut Street in downtown Philadelphia. Under a bright sunshine, we have marchers from all parts of the Delaware Valley making this parade a big, big success. Now, my colleague Bruce Hamilton, I'm Dick Sheeran, my colleague Bruce Hamilton is down in the crowd in front of the reviewing stand. Let's go to Bruce right now.
They couldn't make it.
Oh, hi, Dick.
Hi.
I was watching the alumni from the Cardinal Doherty Band marching down the street. As a matter of fact, Denny's got some shots of them. I'll tell you what, we'll talk to some people in the crowd as you're looking to them.
The alumni band.
Yeah, let me get away from the speaker blasting here and go over here where Denny's got the camera. Come on, Denny, we're going to go talk to some people. Can you come this far? I'm over here. Hi, Denny. We're going to go talk to some people. Hi, guys. How you doing? Good. What's your favorite part of the parade so far?
I don't know. I like
You don't know. You like the bands best?
Yeah.
The dancing best?
Yeah.
You like the food best? You know, I think I can say anything and they're going to enjoy it. I'll tell you what, the band's about to play. Why don't we give a listen? Did you hear everybody singing along, Dick? Yes. H-A-R-R-I-G-A-N spells Harrigan. It's the Cardinal Doherty alumni. And everybody is having a great time down here. We are on the street, Chestnut Street, downtown Philadelphia, right in front of Independence Hall. It is a glorious day, Mr. Sheeran.
Yes, it is, Bruce. I'll tell you. I saw you marching along. He's doing a little two-step down there with this Cardinal Doherty High School alumni band. As you may have noticed, some of the band marchers and players are a little past high school age. They are alumni. It consists of former members of Cardinal Doherty's world-famous band from the classes of 1959 through 1991. on, along with a few current students. The band was formed when the school's band was discontinued. They perform at school events and fundraisers, and many of today's band members marched with the band in 1966 when they won the World Championship. They're about 40 strong today. And Bruce has made his way back to our stand here in front of Independence Hall.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. I was singing Harrigan, too. Wait a minute. 1966. I was a little kid listening to you on News Radio, wasn't I? Oh, you know, it is so much fun. You were just down in the crowd, as was I. And people are just having the most wonderful time.
They really are. And I think you put your finger on it earlier. This has been such a rough winter. This was the first real event to just kind of kick up your heels and just come on out and enjoy, and that's exactly what people are doing.
They are. And your daughter is out here, too.
Yeah.
Say hello to her.
Hi,
She's right
Sherry.
down there.
My daughter Sherry's here enjoying the parade with her husband.
June 15th, you become a grandpa again.
Number 2. Yes, indeed.
And there's a third on the way here?
Yeah, Margaret is down in Mays Landing, and she's due about, let's see, 1 month after Sherry. So this is a big year for the Sheeran family.
You saving up for Christmas?
Yeah, I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to.
This is the Mayo Association of Philadelphia, and they've been marching since the parade's inception. Their 89th annual Mayo Ball is coming up on November 5th of this year, and it benefits St. John of God Home for Handicapped Children, which is in Westville Grove, New Jersey, and the Western Care in County Mayo, Ireland, of course. And they're about 60 members strong in today's parade, Dick.
Yes, indeed. And I've covered a couple of stories at St. John of God's Home. And this, as you said, was founded by Irish priests. And they do a tremendous, tremendous job there. They have special children there. They do just wonderful, wonderful work there. It's a renowned place for what it does. And it's just, it's really inspiring when you go there. Next, coming up, we have a group from the North Irish Aid and the Pennsylvania Conference of Teamsters. This is a group that was founded in 1970, the Northern Aid part, and the Teamsters were formed in 1984. They have Paul Doris is president of the Northern Aid, and of course, Johnny Morris, who is quite a colorful character, is president of Local 115. If you ever want to hear some real Irish witticisms, listen to Johnny Morris sometime. He can give them to you. This is the combination Northern Irish Aid and Pennsylvania Conference of Teamsters. They've been in this parade for quite a while.
They were organized to provide humanitarian support to the families of political prisoners, and you can see that they're carrying a banner that says, Bobby Sands, we remember.
Of course, the Teamsters every year bring their giant tractor trailer, which is hard to miss.
Let's see, if I remember 2 years ago, they pretty much blew our eardrums out.
Yes, they did. Yeah. They have one of those super duper air horns. That'll get your attention. Joint Council 53.
The Northern Aid Group has been marching for 20 years now, and the Teamsters joined up with them just about 5 short years ago. By the way, I want to remind you that the theme for this particular parade, if you can even hear me over the blaring sound system of the truck, the theme for this year's parade is St. Patrick and Our Lady of Knock, heal our divisions, and grant us unity and peace.
Yeah, every year they do have kind of they strike a religious theme in this parade, and of course many of the groups are from churches around the Delaware Valley, and but as we've been saying all along, that this is really a fun parade as well as an exhibition of ethnic pride, in this case the Irish.
And talking about pride, this group's pride goes back to 1914 when they were founded, the Terrence McSwinney Club. They've been marching for 32 years. Among the distinguished marchers this year are Patrick Kelly, Paul Kelly, Jack Kenny, and Danny Hennessy. They were a group originally founded to set up a gathering place for Irish immigrants who wanted to keep in touch with their roots, their culture, and their history. And they're not just out in force on St. Patrick's Day, Dick. They take other occasions throughout the course of the year to let their presence be known.
Yes, indeed. They have a 4th of July cookout. a Thanksgiving Day Mass and open house. There's a New Year's Eve party, and lots of weekends throughout the year are filled with Irish music and entertainment. And right now, they look like they have a fife and drum corps with them. So maybe we should give a listen and look.
You know, I waxed philosophic with a little George Bernard Shaw earlier. Well, out of the town of Castlebar in County Mayo came an unsigned poem that probably comes as close to anything as best describing the Irish. He's wild and he's gentle, he's good and he's bad, he's proud and he's humble, he's happy and sad. He's in love with the ocean, the earth, and the skies. He's enamored with beauty wherever it lies. He's victor and victim, a star and a clod, but mostly he's Irish, in love with his God.
I'll tell you, that's quite a poem, and kind of sums things up here on Chestnut Street today. We've seen lots and lots of displays of ethnic pride, and just a lot of smiling faces here. And of course, kind of goes along with the song, When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. By the way, we're in this group called Clan Nagal, which translated means Children of Ireland. This group now is from Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, and they have the names of some children who are
from Clintontown, Pennsylvania.
The names of the children are mentioned on their banner, and they're carrying the Irish flag, the tricolor flag as well. And they're marching past the reviewing stand right now.
As we've pointed out several times, there are political messages that are delivered during these parades as well. Clan Nagal is a group that was organized here in the United States back in 1867 to help those still in Ireland achieve a 32-county Ireland. And a leading member of Clan Nagal, Joseph McGarity, is a well-known Philadelphian. He raised over $5 million in support of the 1916 Easter Uprising, and he continued supporting a 32-county Irish Republic until his death.
And next in the line of march is kind of a special group on this particular St. Paddy's Parade this year. These are the O'Donnell Irish Dancers. This is their third year. And this year, though, as you pointed out earlier, Bruce, they are not dancing, but they are marching instead in memory of John Redmond, who was the Philadelphia fireman who died on January 28th in the church fire in South Philadelphia. Now, last year, John and his family marched with the O'Donnell Dancers. Patricia O'Donnell is the director, and she promotes Irish culture through music and dance in the United States and Canada. And as we said, on this particular year, they are marching in memory of fireman John Redmond.
I should point out as well that John's two daughters, Katie and Bridget, danced with this group the last 2 years. But this year, they're not dancing, they're not marching. As a matter of fact, they're not here at the parade. But the family, in a story that we did on the News Tonight at 6 o'clock Friday, talked about the fact that they appreciate the honor and the tribute being played to John Redmond here in this 1994 St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Family is so much a part of this parade. I mean, it just runs deep through it. That, of course, was a display of family.
As you look at the Walter Garvin Legion of St. Patrick's Irish Society of Philadelphia float marching down Chestnut Street, honoring St. Patrick, we're going to take a break and be back with more of the 43rd Annual Philadelphia St. Paddy's Day Parade coming up here on KYW3.
You've seen their frightened faces, heard their cries of hunger, watched their small bodies fall prey to pain. And as hard as their parents might struggle, they simply can't adequately provide for their children. It's so easy.
Just a phone call. Then only $20 a month, 65 cents a day. Your concern can help stop horrible hunger with nutritious food. Fight disease with medical care. Combat illiteracy with education. Now is the time to rescue one fragile girl or boy. For just $20 a month to save the children, your sponsored child's life will become so much better than this. You'll get his or her personal story and photo. Progress reports. If you like, you can get to know each other through letters. Please, an innocent, struggling child is waiting, but there's not much time. End this nightmare. You can do it. Right now, with just a phone call, you can help stop a different kind of child abuse.
Welcome back to the 1994 St. Patrick's Day Parade. I'm Bruce Hamilton along with Dick Sheeran. It's so good to be out here with you.
Yes, indeed. We're having a high old time, aren't we?
Actually, Milt, our cameraman up there, is having a high old time.
Yes, he is having a high old time. High atop the reviewing stand in front of Independence Hall.
You know, Milt probably has the best view for this group. They can't miss.
Yes,
coming down the street. That is a two-gun salute, I believe it is.
Two-gun salute,
from
yes,
the group
indeed.
that dubs themselves the Steuben Day Observance Association.
The Von Steuben Day Parade. They're in the Von Steuben Day Parade. But you know, they're a fixture here in the St. Patty's Parade every year. They kind of honor the other ethnic group, if you will. And they're part, they always bring, by the way, you have to see this coming up here real soon.
Oh, this bike.
Yeah, the bike.
Yeah. By the way, I mispronounced that, and my high school German teacher, Miss Quinn, will kill me.
Uh-oh.
There's the back of the float with the Liberty Bell, Dick.
The tricentennial bikers coming up after the Liberty Bell. You got to see this thing. Let's see how many people are on this bike.
A dozen, I think. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 12.
All right.
And it's a 36-foot-long bicycle, and it's propelled by the German-American Bicentennial Bikers. And, you know, this bike has a bit of a history, Dick.
Yeah.
It was brought here to the United States from Krefeld, Germany in 1983, and it made its first appearance, and let me say this right now, in the Steuben Day Parade.
Steuben Day Parade. You know, and I noticed there was a little groove on the top of the, it kind of has a top to it. I thought I saw some St. Pauli girl or something to that effect.
Let me go investigate.
Kind of keeps the bike moving along, I guess.
By the way, from here, they start working on their parade, which happens in early fall, I think about September.
Okay, who do we have coming up next? We have the Brian Society. This is the Law Society. And, of course, under the heading of distinguished marchers, theoretically, they're all distinguished.
Lawyers, judges.
We're going to have to stand at attention for this group.
They want to promote justice and human rights both in this country and in Ireland. Let's give a listen.
Judge Thomas McCaffrey, Judge William A. Jr., Judge Willie Keogh, and Judge James Donaldson. Thank you, Chris. And Tim Lawler. God bless you, Judge. Judge Joseph O'Keefe.
My dad and mom who are watching, well, my dad particularly, just loves bagpipe music.
Yeah, that was actually our first bagpipe contingent in the St. Patty's Parade. That's the Mackay Pipe Band of Pennsylvania, and they are marching in front of the Brian Society of Lawyers and Judges. And, of course, when the Irish first arrived, though, I guess a lot of them became policemen, including my Irish grandfather was a Philadelphia policeman, and they went on to become the lawyers and the judges, and they formed this group called the Brian Society, and they've been marching for 13 years now here in this parade.
And this group is the North-South Irish American Club. They've been marching for 8 years, founded back in 1980. During the past decade, the main purpose of the club has been to raise money to bring children from the troubled areas of Northern Ireland to spend a 6-week vacation away from the trouble spots, right here in the Delaware Valley. And basically what they do is they hook up with families here that are interested in bringing the children under their roof and showing them a good time.
And I think we have a little leprechaun going by. Well, no, you don't see him, but he is in the parade. We've had a number of leprechauns. And by the way, we should point out that the leprechaun isn't really that popular over in Ireland. In fact, they have a saying that we don't believe in them, but we know they're there. That's what they say of leprechauns.
We don't believe in them,
but we know they're there.
Isn't that what
That's
corporate America
Irish.
says of management?
Something like that.
Too many Irish dancers coming down the street right now. This group was founded by Rosemary Timoney 14 years ago. Actually, they were founded in 1966. They began marching 14 years ago. And they number about 200 in their group today. And they're out and about in the community, and they perform at nursing homes, at festivals and parades, and bringing smiles to everybody here in the Delaware Valley. And like so many other groups that are marching today, their goal is to promote the Irish heritage, and as I said, bring smiles and joy to all those who see them perform. And I have a feeling that from our vantage point and from your vantage point at home, you're going to get to see them perform right now, and we hope you're smiling.
Yeah, they are filling up Chestnut Street. This is quite a large group. We have 200 in this Timoney Irish Dancers group, and I would imagine they're on the verge of their routine. Right now, there's a young lady who is presenting flowers to the Grand Marshal and the dignitaries on the reviewing stand. And I think the cue is about to begin for the Timoney Irish Dancers routine in front of the reviewing stand. Here they go.
Put your hands together, Rock. Hung up with the cue.
As we watch the Timoney Irish Dancers perform their Irish dancing in front of Independence Hall, we're going to take a break right now, and we'll be back with lots more of the St. Patrick's Parade in Philadelphia.
Actually, Dick, I'm going to twist your arm. I want to watch him dance, so we're going to wait for the commercial.
Oh, all right.
Now, aren't you glad we waited?
Yes, I certainly am. This is quite an impressive group, I gotta say.
It is. All right, I think now we can take a quick break.
We'll take that break.
And we'll be back with more of the 1994 St. Patrick's Day Parade coming up live on KYW3.
You ready to buy a new car? How much you gonna save? Well, your Subaru dealer has up to $2,500 in savings on Impreza. That's right, save up to $2,500 on a front-wheel or advanced all-wheel drive Impreza. Subaru is the full-line all-wheel drive company. And now you save $750 on Loyale, up to $1,500 on Legacy, up to $1,000 on Justy, and yes, up to $2,800 on SVX. You want to save? See your Subaru dealer today.
Was I surprised when my dentist told me I had a tartar problem? Doctor, I said, I brush with baking soda and peroxide. He said, those aren't tartar-fighting ingredients, so your teeth aren't as clean as they could be. Use Tartar Control Crest. But doctor, I said, shouldn't I use baking soda and peroxide for my gums? Pete, he said, they're not proven to do anything special for your gums either. So I used Crest. And my tartar problem? No problem.
Tartar Control Crest. It's proven to fight tartar buildup. It's the dentist's choice.
No more surprises for me.
Where can you get 2 eggs, 2 pancakes with 2 sausages, or 2 strips of bacon for just $2.22? Friendly's. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
My Emily. This was the day she got her new potty. Toilet training has been a real challenge. The leading training pants kept her so dry, it was like she was back in diapers. Now Pampers trainers with the Feel Wet liner let her know she's wet.
New Pampers trainers with the Feel Wet liner is just wet enough. Which may help her train.
I used the potty, Mommy.
She'll laugh at this picture someday.
New Pampers trainers, the new way to dress for toilet training success.
Is this Mummers?
It's a bit of it, yes.
Yeah.
This is the Quaker City String Band. Captain Bobby Shannon out front there. You can't miss Bobby. He's about 6'10", and he is a showman. I've been watching Bobby for years and years and years. He always has a great performance. They did very well in the Mummers Parade. They were, I think, number 5. I'm not. My memory may be a little off on that, but they're always high up the Quaker City String Band.
By the way, Bobby is the big guy you just saw saluting the dignitaries there on the desk. You know, for the past 6 years, the Quaker City String Band spent their St. Patrick's Day in the tiny and wonderful town of Kiltimagh, County Mayo. It's literally down the road from the Knox Shrine that we've talked about during the course of this day. And while they're not celebrating St. Paddy's Day in Ireland, you'll find them on Broad Street, of course, on New Year's Day. And we're glad to have them here in 1994.
You bet. And they're now launching into the Notre Dame fight song.
There's Bobby Shannon, who stands 6'10". Couldn't mistake Bobby for a leprechaun, could you? Hey, Bobby.
Yeah, I will. He said they're going to Ireland tomorrow morning. Kiltimagh. They're going back to Kiltimagh one more time. They actually performed there on St. Patrick's Day. This is something, as Bruce said, they've been doing for a while now. The boys from 3rd and Mifflin, actually 2nd Street becomes 3rd Street. It gets a little tricky down there, but you know that when they're around, they're heard. And here they come again. The Quaker City String Band, Captain Bobby Shannon, playing the Notre Dame fight song of the Fighting Irish. Who else?
You know, I can't help but think of when I was a child watching the Mummers Day Parade and all the enthusiasm and excitement that it generated back then, and now I'm a 38-year-old kid and it's still just as much fun.
Oh, there you go. That's not to grow up, Bruce.
By the way, Bobby had a message for Pat.
Yeah, he said he still loves her.
A couple of kisses.
Yeah. He never fails to say that, by the way.
This is the group dubbed the Archbishop Ryan Assembly 4th Degree Knights of Columbus.
Yes, indeed. The Knights in their full regalia, I might add. Their formal regalia with swords and sashes and their headdress. And they're looking mighty smart today.
You know, we talked a bit about the political turmoil. We saw the one banner remembering Bobby Sands. We talked about the fact that children are brought here to the Delaware Valley by another group to get them away from the turmoil. Well, Ireland is also a land not just known for hundreds of years of turmoil, it's a land known for its way with words. And the words of James Joyce, William Butler Yeats, Samuel Beckett, just to name a few. It is a land with a great tradition, the Emerald Isle.
Yes, indeed. What do we say about the gift of the Blarney?
I know what people say when it comes to me and the gift of the Blarney.
Well, right now we have the Philadelphia chapter of the Knights of Columbus. This is founded back in 1901. It's a fine-looking float with, of course, St. Patrick standing behind the statue of the Blessed Mother.
And every May, this chapter takes more than 1,000 orphans and disabled children to a picnic at Clementon Lake Park. And since 1924, they've raised more than $1.5 million for charity. As you watch the Philadelphia Emerald Society Pipe Band march down the street, we're going to take another break and be back with more of the 1994 St. Patrick's Day Parade coming up here live on KYW.
Philadelphia City Police and Firemen.
If you're living with pain, here's exciting news. The athletic trainers of every major pro sport used to recommend one pain-relieving gel, Flexall 454. Now they recommend two. Introducing new maximum strength Flexall. Aloe vera-based Flexall and maximum strength Flexall to help you live better, work better, feel better, get better. Get Flexall or new maximum strength Flexall. The pain relief pro trainers recommend.
Harvest time, a gathering of flavors at their peak. Only Great Grain cereal captures this delicious bounty of the harvest in every spoonful. Great Grains, 3 grains toasted to perfection and more. Rich, chunky pecans, sweet, juicy raisins, and sun-ripened dates. An abundance of flavors that taste absolutely great. Great Grain cereal. Taste the delicious bounty of the harvest, with and without fruit.
What do you do when you've invited guests for dinner and forgot your silver serving pieces are black with tarnish?
Get Tarnex.
Is there an easy way to remove tarnish from even the most deeply embedded patterns on your serving pieces?
Use Tarnex.
Can you keep your sterling silver and silver plate pieces looking bright and shiny?
Yes, with Tarnex.
How do you remove years of tarnish from gold, silver, and copper coins?
Dip them in Tarnex.
How do you get months of tarnish off those badly discolored copper pots and pans?
Tarnex does it all.
Yes, Tarnex does it all quickly and easily. But unlike silver polishes, Tarnex removes only the tarnish, not the precious metal. Remember the name, Tarnex. It's guaranteed to work for you at home as quickly and easily as it does on TV, or return to place of purchase for your money back.
Tarnex is available at Acme, Woolworth, Rite Aid, Jamesway, Thrift Drug, Kmart, Service Star, Drug Emporium, McCrory, Happy Harry's, G.C. Murphy, and Ecker.
And welcome back to our coverage of the St. Patty's Parade in Philadelphia. I'm Dick Sheeran along with Bruce Hamilton. Right now, the Philadelphia Emerald Society Pipe Band is providing the music as the last contingents of the society march by. They had quite a large group, 300 as a matter of fact. And they come from all parts of the city of Philadelphia.
Philadelphia Fire Department, founded in the late 1700s by Benjamin Franklin, of course.
Yes, indeed. Who was Irish?
Especially if it happened to fall during this week when he founded the fire department.
It's true.
You know, when I was a kid again, and I keep going back to that, I remember when we had the big Fire Prevention Week parades.
Yes.
And watching the fire engines go by as a kid, it was the most exciting thing because you love to see the blinking lights and hear the sirens and everything. By the way, we've gotten a preliminary crowd estimate from the Philadelphia Police Department. Of course, the parade started at the Parkway, and it's winding up down here on Chestnut Street around 5th. There are 10,000 to 15,000 people lining the streets right now. Good healthy crowd.
Yeah, definitely. There may be a little more than that because so that sounds about right. Lots of people around here at Independence Hall where the reviewing stand is. This is where the big finale takes place. And we have units of the Philadelphia Fire Department.
Yeah, there goes Ladder 9 all spiffed up and washed and polished for the big parade.
And then we have the one of the rescue units, Siren a Wailing, Medic 12.
Once again, it has been an absolutely beautiful day for a parade. Philadelphians were eager to get out after what apparently was a very long and troubling winter. And we were talking with Craig earlier. Hopefully we've seen the last of the snow and the ice, and we can get on with spring. It officially starts in just about, 9 days, I think.
9 days? What,
8 or 9 days. 21st.
By the way, we not only have units from Philadelphia and the surrounding suburbs, we have a group right now coming from South Jersey, the Cape May County Emerald Society. A lot of fine Irish men and women from that part of New Jersey, one of the loveliest parts of the seashore.
And they're making their debut in the Philadelphia St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Yes, indeed. They're active and retired full-time police and firemen and concerned associate members of Irish ancestry. Their focus, preserving the grand Irish tradition of police and fire service to the community. We have about 50 members marching along from Cape May County.
Up next is the Seashore Association group of Irish Americans. Again, this is another group from Cape May County, making their debut in the 1994 43rd Annual Philadelphia St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Yeah, we're working our way up the shore. Let's see, we have Cape May, we have Wildwood. Next up would be, let's see, Stone Harbor. I got to remember Cozy Morley's song. I know all those communities, passed through them hundreds of times. You know, Cozy, he should be part of it. Cozy Morley, of course, an old-time Philadelphia Irish comic from down in 2nd Street. He, I don't know if he ever makes these parades, but certainly his spirit is here.
Oh, his spirit is all throughout
Smiling
Philadelphia.
Irishman.
Now, this group knows the way to the crowd's heart.
Yes, they do.
They're tossing candy.
Yeah, I think they're saltwater taffies, of course, from Wildwood.
Oh, most definitely.
And, of course, they're probably green saltwater taffies.
Now, I hope they have some left by the time they get out. Look at that little girl there.
Yeah.
Wasn't she good? Do we get any?
All right. I don't know.
There we go. It's kind of
yes, indeed. We're being showered. Okay, got one, Bruce.
Whoa. There we go.
All right, a fine greeting.
Oh, I've got two.
A fine greeting from the seashore.
There you go. Annie Amigo, who's their stage manager.
Yes,
got one good.
All right. Although if you want to talk, you better, we better put these aside for a while.
I'm saving for it afterwards.
The Irish American Seashore Association.
Good to have them here. Now coming up, St. Monica's School, founded in 1895. Their group of about 100 students. Bringing up the rear will be the St. Monica's Marching Band. Bishop Louis DeSimone and St. Anne, or Sister Anne McCurdy, the principal, are also marching on this beautiful day.
Of course, St. Monica's, of course, one of the larger parishes in the city of Philadelphia, located at 17th and Rittner in South Philadelphia. It is a magnificent, magnificent edifice. But what makes St. Monica's great is the tradition of the people there. They're a parish that does so many great things. They have a community center down there. They have all kinds of community programs in the South Philadelphia neighborhood. St. Monica's has been a rich, wonderful part of South Philadelphia for many, many, many years. And of course, they do have a nice young band, so let's listen to them.
From downtown, the pastor of St. Monica's, Bishop Louis DeSimone. St. Monica's band.
And we are seeing the St. Monica School Band now pass in review in front of the reviewing stand here at Independence Hall. And of course, Bishop Louis DeSimone is one of Cardinal Bevilacqua's aides, if you will, in the hierarchy of the Philadelphia Church. And he makes his headquarters at St. Monica's. And I do see some of the priests of the parish also marching along.
By the way, a little programming note for everybody out there. We're going to stay with the parade until 4:30 this afternoon, and then we're going to take you to the Honda Golf Classic. For all you golf aficionados out there, it's coming up right here on KYW3.
And the St. Monica's contingent continues. We have the fathers and sons of St. Monica's Parish.
And right behind them, the Soda Lights of Our Lady of Philadelphia's Archdiocese.
Right, and the Blue Army, Our Lady of Fatima contingent. They're in the parade, of course, every year. They've been
The Blue Army, ladies and gentlemen. Next to line, we have the Pro-Life Union of southeastern Pennsylvania.
This is called the Blue Army. World Apostolate of Fathom.
You can tell the sun's going down because it's gotten a little bit chillier out here on the Independence Mall. But that's okay. The crowd's not thinning out. Everybody seems to be having just a wonderful time.
No, they're still with us.
Because in contrast to years gone by, the weather today is just absolutely superb. You can see the crowd just enjoying this parade to its fullest. Marching down Chestnut Street right now, the Cardinal O'Hara High School Marching Band. You know, they've been marching in the St. Patrick's Day Parade for 17 years now. There's a group of 65 students making up today's marching band. They've received top honors in local, state, and national competitions. And they are very proud to be the host of the All-Catholic Band Festival that involved 26 high schools in the Archdiocese. And of course, they're wearing Cardinal O'Hara's colors from Springfield, Pennsylvania. Gearing up to play for you right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Cardinal O'Hara High School Marching Band. The Cardinal O'Hara High School Marching Band. Drum major is Josh Northington, Dana Pilkenshouse, and Laura Hamilton are the assistants. The music director is Ted Pasternak. And on this note, we're going to take another break. And we'll be back, won't we, Dick?
Yes, we will. Don't go away.
For early man, tribal conflict was a way of life, often followed by primitive victory celebrations. These, of course, are still practiced, usually in Bennigan's, starting with a ritual of the potato skins, bits of onion and crisp bacon sprinkled on bubbling Colby cheese. This might be followed by Bennigan's chant of the buffalo wings. Of course, intertribal trading was also a way of life. Bennigan's, food and fun for humans.
You ready to buy a new car? How much you gonna save? Well, your Subaru dealer has up to $2,500 in savings on Impreza. That's right, save up to $2,500 on a front-wheel or advanced all-wheel drive Impreza. Subaru is the full-line all-wheel drive company. And now you save $750 on Loyale, up to $1,500 on Legacy, up to $1,000 on Justy, and yes, up to $2,800 on SVX. You wanna save? See your Subaru dealer today.
Is your business getting the maximum advantage?
Thank you for calling AT&T's Maximum Advantage Customer Service Center. How can I help you?
Maximum Advantage is our guarantee to you that you're receiving AT&T's lowest price.
Does your long-distance company guarantee that?
And if your 800 service goes down, AT&T will reroute your calls within 5 minutes.
Does your long-distance company react that fast?
We can take your 800 service and your outbound long distance. We can combine them on one bill.
Did you know that you could save an additional 10% on one or two of the countries you call the most?
Does it do that?
If you're not receiving our lowest price possible, we'll make sure that we give you a credit for the difference.
Does your long-distance company credit you automatically? AT&T does. If you're not with AT&T, you're not getting the maximum service advantage, price advantage, reliability advantage. Switch to AT&T today and get 1 month free. Maximum advantage from the best in the business. AT&T.
The 1994 St. Patrick's Day Parade has been brought to you by the Pennsylvania, New Jersey Subaru dealers and by Bennigan's. Come to Bennigan's this week and celebrate St. Pat's with food, fun, and prizes.
Playing the Marine Corps hymn. It's the Blue Jackets Guard, USA Corps of Naval Cadets.
This group hails from Brooklyn, New York. Came all the way down the New Jersey Turnpike to be here for this 43rd St. Patty's Parade here in Philadelphia. Let's give a listen. And off they march to the strains of the Marine hymn in the halls of Montezuma. The Blue Jackets Guard, USA Corps of Naval Cadets from Brooklyn, New York, part of this St. Pat's Parade in Philadelphia today.
And they're here to promote youth leadership, good citizenship, brotherhood, and just in general, building character.
This has 75 members in its drill team, and I'll tell you, they put on quite a show.
Anchors away, the Navy theme song as they move away down Chestnut Street.
Looks like the Gallagher Irish Society, Bruce. They've been marching for 12 years, and they have about 175 members in this group.
Yeah, they're right up at 6th and Chestnut right now.
This is the Schuylkill Irish Society, I should say. I'm sure there's some Gallaghers in that society.
Schuylkill Irish Society is, yeah, they're made up of about 70 people today.
Okay, and Schuylkill is kind of a neat little neighborhood around just off South Street, around 25th, 26th Street. Little pocket, if you will. Lots of Irish Americans residing there for many years, and this is the Schuylkill Irish Society. You know what? I'd like to have the formal wear concession in this parade, Bruce.
Oh,
we've seen a lot of tuxedos go by.
Some very elegantly dressed men and ladies during the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
They don't dress down for this one, Bruce. This is dress up.
And, you know, it seems to me that there's a lot more in this parade than in the past parades
I
we've
think
done.
the parade has grown over the last several years in just sheer numbers of marching units. We pointed out earlier that a lot of young people are getting into the parade, groups that have just been formed. Some of them just marched for the first time this year, and I think they really have given the parade a lot of vibrancy, and you could feel it today. Not only the good weather, but just the attitude of the marchers and the watchers.
And you know, we can't just focus on the fact that the people who make up this parade are the marchers.
No.
You're right, the watchers play a very big part.
Oh, yeah.
And there are anywhere from 10 to 15,000 people up and down Chestnut Street here to the Parkway who have come out to just enjoy the sun, the nice weather, the festivity, the marching bands, the dancing, and what have you. And there are some groups, they don't have a band with them, they just march down the street because they want to wear their Irish badge proudly.
Yeah, they're just proud to march down the street and just have a good time. I would imagine, I not only imagine, I know that a lot of the groups, of course, once they finish parading, do have a bit of a party afterward at their various clubhouses and whatnot around
we
the
wouldn't
Delaware
know
Valley.
about that.
No.
They don't have a banner, but I do believe that this is the Irish American Cultural Society of Bucks County.
Okay.
And on that note, while you're watching the groups, we're going to have to say goodbye. I want to remind you to tune in to the news tonight at 6 with Beverly Williams. I don't know about you, but I have had a grand time out here.
We had a ball.
We had a great time.
It was a great day for the Irish and a great day for everybody because today everybody's Irish.
You're right. And, of course, you can celebrate all week because St. Patrick's Day is what, Thursday?
17th.
17th.
All right.
So we'll be partying all week long.
Yeah.
Again, we hope you have a wonderful rest of this weekend. We thank you very much for joining us here on KYW3. It's been our pleasure to be with you on this great, glorious, grand Sunday afternoon. Dick and I will see you back here on Channel 3 with the news tonight at 6 tomorrow night. Be joined by Jennifer Ward, David Rogers, and Yuki Washington. You be sure to have a great rest of the weekend. And everybody, hope the luck of the Irish is with you.
Top of the afternoon.
take it out of it.
If you like that, Pastor, put your hands together and call with it, okay? Bucks County Honor, thank you very much. Outstanding day.